Hey world, Raleigh, myself life. Hey, and today, right now, let's look at my new buds, my new favorite true wireless buds, the 1More Piston Buds Pro. First off the bat, right off, let me tell you, I love these buds. I really do. Now, I already own the original Piston Buds. I already own them. That was my current set of buds. But right now, I've upgraded to, look at the magnets, I've upgraded to these babies, the 1More Piston Buds Pro. And I got them on sale. Now, these are not new. They're not new buds by any stretch of imagination. They're not new. They're not the latest buds. But I saw them on sale. I was just browsing. Time I saw these buds, I say I gotta pick them up. And they were on sale because I don't get buds free. I don't get products for free. Everything on my channel is out of pocket. So I saw this on sale, I picked it up, and to this day I have not regretted it. Now, when I got them in my hand and I felt these buds, I'm like, whoa, this matte finish here feels so good. It feels so nice. And also the size. Let's compare the size of the buds. Focus, thank you. Let's look at the size of these buds. We're comparing the cases right here. These feel so much better. These fit in my pocket really nice. These do, but it's like, see the length of it? It just feels long. It's in my shirt pocket and I'm going to work. I have this in my shirt pocket. In my pants pocket, these feel like it bulges out, it sticks out quite a bit, unlike these, which is just fits so nice. It's so compact. It's just really nice. And I like the 1More branding right here. Focus, thank you. Focus, thank you, camera. I like the 1More branding right here. See this is nice. This is a little more subtle. You don't really see it, right? But this gold trim, the gold 1More branding, yeah, I got you. 1More say like, I got you. Now, I want to compare how they look. That's the original ones, and these are the new ones. Stem versus non-stem versus really in air. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of stem style, but because these were nice and short, like you see the notice it. Focus, thank you. You see that stem is nice and short, so they do really stick out of my ear, like let's say AirPods would. But these just fit in my ear really nice and really fancy, and I like that about it. I really like that about these buds. And also the grip. Most of the time when I'm trying to, let's see, like right now, it doesn't have a good grip. It's not like the magnets are much stronger than these, but it's like sometimes these buds have fell into the street numerous times while I'm trying to take this out of the buds. Unlike these, just out. And the magnets are good. They're strong and stays up nicely. So these, I like the grip on this more than that. Right. So pairing them, I have them currently on my Pixel 6. Paired on my Pixel 6. And when I got it the first time and I opened it up, it's like the 1More app picked it up immediately. Didn't waste no time. I picked it up, I set up everything, and it was go. Now, after I did the setup, because there were a couple of tweaks I had to do, a couple of go here, Android, we had to go here, put on the different modes, put on the draw over apps, everything for it to work how it's supposed to work. And now that it does work, when I pop open the buds, you get this cool animation. It's like on the airports, how the airports connect to the iPhone, the Galaxy Buds connect to Samsung, and also how the Pixel Buds now connect to Pixel phones. The pop-up animation, we get that. I get that on these, which is so cool. I just love opening it up and seeing that just pop up like, oh, cool, great. Now, also about the app. Excuse me. I'm able to go in there and set up how I would like the buds to look, how the buds, the settings, the controls. Now these connect with the app, but they don't have much features, like added features, because the most these buds can do even with the app of the updates and everything, it's play and pause. It has touch controls as well, right on here. That's the touch sensor, but it's just double tap to play, double tap to pause, or answer end calls, right? These have more controls. These are more. So I set my controls. I double tap to skip tracks back and forward, and I triple tap for volume up, volume down. And it has the in-ear feature, the in-ear sensor. So when I take it out or I put it back in, it's I set up, when I put it back in, it focuses. It play and it pauses, which I like, which is great, which is fantastic. So do I wish it had the controls on the buds, so I can like single tap? It should have. I wish it had single tap, so I can just single tap this and play or pause. But it has the inner sensors, so I guess I'm fine with that. The smart sensors, so I'm fine with that. But anyway, sound wise, how do these buds sound? Out the gate, I was not expected to be like blown away, to be like, whoa, these buds are the best sounding buds ever. I mean, they're only $60. They're only $60 MSRP, only $60. So I was not expecting it to blow me away like more expensive buds would. But they do sound good, they do sound great, they do sound nice. I'm impressed by the sound. And it also has a set of equalizers, preset equalizers. Now I choose the classical sound because in my opinion these sounded the best to me. I wish it had the sound ID. I wish it had that feature where you could have just tuned to how I tune to my, give me a personalized tune. But I mean, it's only $60, so I didn't expect much. But the EQ sound good. Classical to me sound great, and it also has ANC and pass through. Now, ANC gives you wind reduction mode and full on ANC. I don't really use ANC, right? I'm more of a pass-through guy because I like to be aware of my surroundings. I want to hear sounds. If I'm walking down the road, if I'm running, if I'm going to work, even when I'm home, I want to be aware if somebody enters knocks on my door. Excuse me. Somebody knocks on my door. Somebody calls my name, my daughter, my brother, they call me. I want to be able to hear them. I don't want to be like, and then when they come, say, I'm calling you. I don't want that to happen. So I always want to be aware of my surrounding. That's why pass-through mode is good enough for me. That's the mode I really chose. And there's no like EQ shift when I'm switching between the different modes. So when I'm in pass-through mode, so from pass-through mode and I go into A and C, or I turn it off. There is no shift. There is no EQ shift, um, preventing it from really um, affecting my sound, the quality of the sound. That doesn't happen. So, speaking of sound quality, how does it sound to me? And at loud volume also, it doesn't distort. I don't put my earbuds loud, like dummy loud. It's not dummy loud, it's not. But it gets loud enough for my taste, for my liking. I mean, I don't blast music because my ears are precious. We have to love our ears, folks. We have to love our ears. Don't go blast, not because your headphones can touch 120 decibels or whatever. That means you should play it at that all the time. Appreciate your ears. Love your ears. I love my ears. So it's not, I don't play it full volume. If I'm in the mood, I would blast it, but that's just for a short period of time. So how do they sound? How is the sound? So I have a list. I made a little list of my favorite songs, and I say when I get these birds, I wanna put it to the test. I wanna hear how they sound. So one of the first tracks, and let me tell you, it passed with flying colors. It passed it. I was satisfied. I was really, really, really happy. So one of the first songs I tested was We All In by Propaganda. This song has a nice bass, like it has a deep sub bass, and it handled that excellently. These birds struggled. They struggled with Propaganda. They really, really, really did. But these worked just fine. I had no issues. These other birds would muddy out the bass. The bass would drown and muddy out the sound, muddy out the mids. Everything was just horrible. But these birds, they handle We All In excellently. And when the bass hits, everything comes down, and oh, imagine me right now. It was good. These birds really brought out the beauty of that song. Also, No Grease, Swoop. Check this guy. Check Propaganda. Check Super. But No Grease. That has a nice. It's kind of like an old school kind of song, like. So old school got bass, and it got bass. It really, really shined. And I had to go. Big shout out to LFA Reviews for E40 and Bamboo. Bamboo brought that boom. It brought that boom. And these earbuds handle Bamboo just fine. Just excellent. Just perfect. Yes, it did. So let's move on, guys. I switched. Rock is one of my favorite genres of music. And the first song I tested was Cranberries' Zombie. That's the first song I tested. Zombie by the Cranberries. When Dolores hits those, Dolores' voice is so magical. It's so heavenly. Rest in peace, Dolores. And that's one of my favorite songs from Cranberries. And everything just blended in perfect. Nothing felt out of place. Nothing was pushed forward. Nothing was pushed back. Everything sounded in place, like where it's supposed to be. That's how it sounded. on zombies, and I simply loved it. I listened to it once, I listened to it twice, I listened to it 3 times. Like, that song does something. Another song I did a test as well was Duality, Slipknot. If you have not listened to Duality, if you're not a fan of Slipknot, I don't blame you. These guys are crazy. But that one song, Duality, that song, everything, that song has so much going on. Like, really, it's just like, it's all, but it just handled it perfectly. Like, it kept everything together. To me, other birds would probably just fall apart because there's double drums, there's triple, there's kick, there's snare, there's bass. Everything about that song is just insane, and it handled it. It kept it together just well, perfectly, I would say. The last song I tested was White Horse by Skillet, and let me tell you, you can't go wrong if White Horse. You can't go wrong with Skillet. Skillet brings that fire. Skillet brings that heat. Skillet brings that group that Christian rock group. The latest album, Dominion. These guys sing, and that particular song, White Horse, is like a prophetic song. It has a message. It has a serious message pertaining to everything that's going on in this world today. It has that message. I also skipping onto rock, and I was done with the rock. I switched the vibe, and I wanted to test some R&B, some vocals. I switched to Smoking Out the Window by Silk Sonic, Bruno Mars, Anthony Paak. That duo, oh, that duo is just fire. That's one of my favorite songs of the year, favorite albums of the year, Silk Sonic. But that particular song, Smoking Out the Window, it does something. It does something, right? It really does something. Also, I also went with Alanis Morissette and Uninvited, and that song is magical. Let me tell you, that's one of Alanis' best songs. I remember when I heard that song live for the first time at the Grammys, I was like, wow, Alanis really brought it out. Everything about that song is just captivating. It captivates you. She pulls you into a little world. She pulls you there and she keeps you there. Now, I had to close it off with some reggae. Being from the Caribbean, reggae. And my song was Bob Marley, War. It's a war. And there's war going on all over the world right now. So that song is just like, I felt like that song is really, really, really perfect for today's climate. And that song have a kick drum. It just beats boom. Like during the song, boom. When it comes in, boom. That does that. And then if you don't have the right earbuds, if you don't have proper earbuds or headphones, you ain't gonna catch it. You ain't gonna catch it because it is there. It's the presence is there, but at the same time, you need the right instruments, you need the right speakers, the right headphones to feel that presence. Yeah. And I also did Mr. Boombastic by Shaggy and Slew Them by Capleton. I did that for reggae and dancehall, and it handled it. It handled it just fine. Just fine. Perfectly. So, overall, what can I say about these buds. I love them. I love these buds. The issue but if I tell you this, everything has a con. Everything has issues. Nothing is perfect. These are not perfect. The one issue I find, and I would probably say it's probably our building, the way our houses are built. Because in the Caribbean, our houses are thick. We have thick bricks, and our houses have plenty of steel, lots of steel running through it. So I did experience dropouts, like not even at 30 feet. Less than that, I experienced dropouts, which is not good. I don't know if it's my pixel. I don't know if it's the buds itself. But I did experience some dropouts when I reached a certain distance. Not even 30 feet, but there were walls, thick walls, and like I said, our walls are thick and there is steel inside of them. So I would probably say that probably attributed to the dropouts. But apart from that, it has been great. I really love these buds. I love how they sound. I love how they look. I love everything about it. The only other thing I find I don't like are the tips. I find the tips are too soft, in my opinion. It doesn't give me it doesn't really sit in my ear how I would like it to sit. Now I got this is the tip that fit my ear. That tip fit my ear. But I'm gonna get some spin fits. Definitely spin fits are on my radar, so I'm gonna pick this up to go with that. But apart from that, my Piston Buds Pro, my little 1More family, and next up on my radar is the Sonoflow. That's the next up. That's the next headphones I think I want to get. I want to start my little 1More family. So I'm thinking of the Sonoflow as my over ears, or probably the Evos as my next in ear. So I'm still deciding. I'm still tossing it up. My mind is not made up completely yet. But until next time, until my next update, until my next headphones or my next earbuds arrive, Bradley, myself life, I'm out.